What's poppin', everyone? It's your boy Levi, and we are back in chapter 5. We are starting this episode the same way we started last episode, and that is because we had to go back and rewrite everything. In the last episode, a random unknown phenomena, we'll call it, froze the world, or at least our town, and we were stuck permanently frozen, so that was an ending. And we need to figure out a way to stop that from happening, I'm guessing. We know that Gran knows about it. She wrote us a letter beforehand, like saying that she's sorry things had to end this way. And I imagine that we don't have much time because in the last episode we ended off choosing flight instead of fight against the clipboards, and we landed on some frozen ice. Ice is always frozen. And on some frozen water.
Signs.
Chapter 5, Signs.
They stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
That was actually pretty badass. Uh-huh. I think we lost him. Are we up in the mountains? I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill. Then what's up with the Winter Wonderland? All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. Find a way home. Yeah, so we're in this, like, new snowy world, it looks like. With the hat, there's more. What's the readout? Sitting just above 258 Kelvin. That's down a bit from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Kerr? Mess still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under our control for now. Even a small nudge in equilibrium could cause a cascade. Dude, relax. There's a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with. Okay, so these guys work for Mr. Kerr, it looks like. That sign? What's all this? Hard to say with all this snow. I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out the letters under there. What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood. I'm looking at evidence on the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go. I'll see what I can do. Alright, we gotta find a way to get the snow off this sign. What do we got? Oh, I can throw snowballs. There we go. Welcome to Beacon Pines. This is
The boys stared
our
in
town.
disbelief at the sign that now clearly read, "Welcome to Beacon Pines."
That doesn't make any sense. We're in Beacon Pines. How is that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here? I guess we got turned around. Where did all this snow come from? It's been a bit colder than normal lately. There's a pretty big difference between sweater weather and Arctic hellscape. The puddle we fought at before? It was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source. You think it's related? What the hell is going on? We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving. Alright, so that's kind of strange, no? Luca? Luca, are you there?
Luca had almost forgotten
Oh,
the
we
walkie-talkie
Roll
he
is still
was carrying.
underground. It's that bozo Kerr. Oh, it's not Brolo, unfortunately. I hope nothing bad has happened to you in those
Luca
woods.
looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded,
It seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you. He speaks, the young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios? Just lucky, I guess. Boy, howdy. You Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you? You knew my parents? I never had the honor to meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
Well, that was the last we talked to him. We gotta keep moving. Everything is frozen over. Does stuff look familiar to you? Looks like the barrel near the puddle I, shoved me into, yeah. Oh, I forgot I gave Iggy a voice, too. I should go back to that. It's all frozen.
At the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. Not the swim run. Where's the guy sleeping? He's usually right here.
The crunching of footsteps footsteps trailing Luca went hush. He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone. What? There's nothing here but some more snow. There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking. You can look all you want. I quit. Iggy, we have to keep going. You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of our pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't going to save the day. We aren't even going to save ourselves. My face is mangled. The town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone. We don't know that. You can't just quit. Do whatever you want. Well, I'm done. Iggy's lost hope.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry.
Oh no.
Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
Huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence.
The way the snow covered everything. Oh, the way the snow covered everything over. It's kind of calming. Yeah. I haven't had the time to say it, but thanks. Huh? For getting us away from those creeps. I sorta froze up back there. Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. This all happened because I lost my temper. Nah, that's bull hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right? Of course not. And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper. But I did lose my temper.
He motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. But that's exactly what you should have done. Huh? I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be the horse's ass in response. That's how it works. Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. He's trying to apologize. You wanted me to fight you? Of course. Geez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand this very basic point. Why would you go around saying cruel things trying to get into fights?
He shrugged.
It's something to do. You're an asshole because you're bored? Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. I think we would. Oh, that's true. We do have Rolo. You and Rolo are always having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
He now wept openly.
Aw. Perfect little Luca Von Horn. His perfect little life. My life is not perfect. Everybody in this town likes you. Not everybody. Oh, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet and she already likes you. You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
We're gonna say, oh, I thought we were gonna be like, yep. I get that impression.
He cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Huh? Must be raining out here. Definitely.
He arched into a wide yawn.
Should probably try to get some sleep. Yeah. Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this.
His eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Are we gonna make it till tomorrow? Or are we gonna freeze? Luca? Yeah? I always did want to see the inside of your dinky little treehouse. What do you think? Not bad. I'll give you the full tour when we get back. You know what?
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
Aw. When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this wasn't half bad. We made up with Iggy and kind of understood them more.
Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?" Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes.
Is this another ending?
Look at this perfectly
Oh no.
cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Well, let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this. Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son? Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs.
Sharper was bad.
Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on? Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise. With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun.
I'm starting to think this fertilizer plant accident
Soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
might not have been an accident.
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation. Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Get your hands off me.
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition that he was not in danger, Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
So what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean? Take it easy, Iggy. We were asleep minding our own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me. You.
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
Oh? You big-hatted, scarfy-necked furball? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. Interesting choice of words. I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you? A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility. Great, how about a name? If you must call me something, you can call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a gnat and buzz off?
Nat
Very
began
well.
to turn away indifferently.
She probably could have helped us. Wait, you live here? You might say that. So you know where we are? You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are. Alright, that does it. Look out, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here. One way or another.
Turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Alright. Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up. Guess we're not.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place.
That would have been crazy though. Had we just gone back to like the old town.
Cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines. Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in the Weep Wood, or we teleported to some alternate universe. Or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home. You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original true Beacon Pines. Oh, do we go in the past? Oh, we're home. You both grew up here, but the town you called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. Oh, is it a fake town? That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town. Indeed, to pull off such a feat would require immense labor power. That which could be moved, that which could be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate. We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed. You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. A mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity, a revulsion even. A brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane.
Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
So you're saying that someone made the entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely. But why? Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one you can do is uncover.
Nat narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
The source. Would you say the source like that for? Why indeed.
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they
He
could.
looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance.
We're gonna go mission control.
Nat called out.
Iggy. It's not too late to turn back. Simple, head west through Weepwood.
Chapter 6.
Oh, back to chapter 6.
The Source.
The source.
Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy. It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know.
What's our treehouse is just gone.
Dead in his tracks, the tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth.
They took the whole tree.
He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard. A headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you, but you've been here alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the whole world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
There's no reply. Just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh. Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy. Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
Her? We gotta hide. Oh, it's a hazmat. 259k. Fall off distance still good. Dude, did you hear me? I said 259. Sorry. You ever think about what we did here? We saved a whole town of people. Doesn't feel like it sometimes. What about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. People who love them will never know the truth. Truth is overrated. Hey, fuck that guy.
And lobbed it playfully.
Hey, don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world. Yeah. Come on. It's almost lunchtime. What is that? Did you just like dance off like that? Weirdo. I'm gonna be sobbing. Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
Yeah. I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me. Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey! Who's any of this helping? What? Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover? Who you helping? Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone. Blah, blah, blah. Luca Von Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell ya before? When some jerk comes at ya, acting like a horse's ass, I should stand up for myself. Well, he said you should act like a horse's ass, Luca. Hell yeah, Kerr and his merry little band of clipboards pulled this off the switcheroo for a reason, right? Nat mentioned something about a source.
Wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to perennial harvest. Sure would be a shame if something unfortunate were to happen to their precious source, wouldn't it? What do you have in mind? If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it. And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge. I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's get to this. Let's get to this. Let's do this. Locate the source. Alright. Found the source. It can get awfully cold in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help is on the way. Where's Rollo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her? Oh, heavens no. Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Aw, shucks. Now that hurts my feelings. Screw that guy. So we have this thing here. Is there any other places to explore? Can I get some emblems? I can get any new emblems in chapter 5.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. Two faint seams were visible along the surface.
A manhole cover? If it is, I've never seen one like it. I like ground pound. Have to go back in the town? Oh, I can throw more snowballs. Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
You buried something? You got a time capsule? What's that? Long story. Well, a few years back, I, came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff. So why'd you bury it under a tree? That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop. And you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
He stifled a chuckle.
Yep. I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. He set the fire to the chicken. Oh my god, Iggy. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might underestimated things. You blew up the chicken coop. I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the looks on your faces. Rolo got grounded for months, which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under that there tree. But when I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown-up found them and tossed them.
He triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us. Unbelievable. Interesting, so the town had already existed before these two were born. Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who's in way over his head. A hero is just someone who refuses to give up. Comics these days are rotting our children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself. Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are. Prepare for blast off, loser. Okay.
The fencing listened.
Can we get through this fence?
Each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weep Wood. The stuff who put up? I don't know. Can I go to Weep Wood? Is that a thing I can do? What is this hole? This is where the fountain was. They dug up the fountain.
Luca and Iggy inched up to the edge of the hole with bewilderment in their eyes. Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo! Echo! Echo, echo, echo. Whoa, I can't see why they wanted to move us all out of the town now. But why would they dig up the giant hole? I think this is it. Well, we found the source. This is the source? It's a dang hole? How do we smash a hole? Well, you see. Oh god, it's Kerr. Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend. Kerr! Where's Rolo? I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two at least. Ugh, my accents are all blending together. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
Mr. Oh. It really is something, isn't it? What did you do to our town? What is all of this? Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source. That's just Iggy's voice. This is the source where they collect the unrefined,
Scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. Facts of the matter is, I'm not paid to know it. I knew there was a higher up. What do you mean you don't know? Aren't you in charge? What do you mean? Oh, heavens no, my role is merely to flash a winning smile and I manage various complications. Complications like us? You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing special. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way. Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey. The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras. Ready for your cut and call? We aren't giving up without a fight. We do have a fight emblem. Your smile is not going to be so winning after we're done with you. Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. They just all come on command. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with
Am I gonna get pushed in the hole? Oh god. Why are you smirking? Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the air, threatening to drop it down the hole.
What is that gonna do? Stop! Let's not do something regrettable. Don't we have to like them? Joke's on you, regret is one of my specialties. Out of curiosity, what would happen if I threw these into your precious hole? Nothing. Nothing at all. You're a terrible liar. I'll have you know, I am an exceptional liar. Bup. That's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool! Call off your goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You all can head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here.
Mr. Kerr sighed into the frigid air.
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like
With
this?
a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Iggy's such a little shit. Oh, it did do a lot. Ooh. Look at his face! Whoa, look at Kerr's face.
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
Oh,
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped.
we're not big enough to carry both of them. We are going down with
His
them.
grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow. He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back. How, what channel do I use? Doesn't make a damn difference, they're always listening. If you do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way you get out of this is if Curry's out of the picture. Oh, Iggy, just let go and save yourself. If he lets go, we both die. I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it. Mr. Curry, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
That's actually really funny. Long life? I'll have you know I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Rum dum dum. Rum dum dum. Wow, can you believe this guy? Oh, we got the hum. Nice.
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go. No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too. Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
Oh. You aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you? Like, Kerr is not confident at all.
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend. Yes, you are. Nah, I'm just a no-good bully. Like you, Kerr. Iggy, no.
Luca felt his hand
Not the realization. And I told you what you need to do with bullies. I can't. It's your only way out of this mess. Two birds with one stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
A
Aw.
calm settled over Iggy's
Iggy,
face.
no. Iggy, we just made up with Iggy. Fuck this game, dude. This game does a great job of making you get attached to characters in such a short amount of dialogue, just by having like impactful, emotional, tearing, bonding scenes together.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once. Ugh. Well, We're not taking this ending regardless. We're not killing Iggy, especially not like this. Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm. Let me do the right thing for once. Luca had no choice but to accept or refuse Iggy's request. I do have the refuse emblem. However, he is right. If I feel like he's just gonna deny it anyway if I click refuse. But he is right. The clipboards will take us both. On the intention of this is not the outcome that we are choosing, we will find another way. I'm going to accept Iggy's request. However, this fucking hurts. This fucking hurts a lot. God damn it.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good. There they go. Fuck, man. This poor 12-year-old. This is so much.
Swallowed by darkness.
And there's the fireworks. Damn, they're dead. Hell of a goodbye, Iggy. Fuck. I'm not crying, you're crying. Luca, you should really step back. What? Quickly. Oh. Curious. But of course. Those fireworks of Iggy's must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives. Not until you tell me what just happened. Your friend's sacrifice just saved the town. Oh, we saved them! For a little while, anyways. Ow! Tempest Licamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself, but doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade. So the gunk makes things cold, and the fireworks make the whole freeze over. Yeah, basically. That's one way of putting it, yes. A dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Hey, narrator, relax. It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again. You know all this stuff, why haven't you been helping? I have been, in my way. Each one of us has a role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, was to buy us precious time. Mine has been to observe and wait. Wait for what? You. Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Von Horn, you are going to save the world.
With a chuckle, Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew. And to be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
Wait, there's a sequel game? Oh, hello? This is the end of the game? I didn't know that this was the end of the game.
Revenge served cold.
I didn't know there was a Beacon Pines too. What? No. Hello? I can't believe that. Oh, yeah, they actually hoed me.
Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This
Oh, okay, it's a fake ending.
Cliffhanger just when it was getting good?
Fake ending.
I was even starting to like Iggy.
Yeah, me too.
No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
Okay. Back on the path. Alright, so I can tickle Iggy, but I think that still leads to this path. Just Iggy's not fucked up. You know? Which in turn probably makes it so that Kurt is just chasing us by ourselves and not Iggy. And then we have to do this solo, which probably still ends with fight, and then flight we by ourselves. And then this is maybe different if we refuse, or maybe it's all just Iggy and he's fine and not fucked up, and we still have to do the same thing and he refuses to drop us. Anyways, we're gonna head back over to this other tree for now because I believe my other choice here was rumble or break. And I realized while editing, I said, break doesn't really make that much sense. We're talking about the weather here. However, this is the path where Rolo's angry at us for not hanging out with him and hanging out with Beck for so long. So break probably refers to the clouds breaking and we're able to go home instead of having to stay at Beck's house longer. And this is more so the better path, I think. It's just that we're going to have to sacrifice some of our bonding with Rolo because we're never going to stare at the sky and shout our miseries together. But Rolo won't be angry. And we all know that Rolo makes up with us, like here, or chapter 6 somewhere. Rolo like forgives us at the festival and we forgive him. And we are going to see what happens when the clouds begin to break. Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Sure, you can meet Rolo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rolo I'd tell him about...
Stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promise you to tell him what? Spit it out, bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you gotta tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse, and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah. So, we went to the place back there by ourselves. In our timeline.
Beck skulking by the gate.
Hey, don't look at that. So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? No, there definitely is now that we know. Mostly boring and empty. I refuse to believe that. Big spiked gate. Looming mansion. Rich reclusive owners. It even smells shady. Yeah, that's the recipe for it.
Iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You will reveal your secrets to me. Oh. What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. Hello, Eris. That's Eris Valentine. Who's she talking to? Shh. It's a hazmat dude. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Okay, so we know that this is a favor done by the mayor, or no, a favor done by... It's either a favor done by the mayor or a favor done by the Beacon guy. I don't remember which narrative this part, or which conversation was from. I think it was the mayor. Of course, as long as everything proceeds as planned, there's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means making some unsavory alliances, so be it. Yeah, it's a favor for the enemy of your enemy. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. Okay, so this is the enemy of Eris's enemy. I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking about.
This was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday, but we struggled in this timeline, I believe. Seriously. Shh. You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything. I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on Rube Kerr's face. So Kerr is the enemy of Eris then. Yes, the truth will come to light. And... okay. Kerr is the enemy of Eris and is being used by someone higher up. There's also a third party involved in the hazmat suits. who is the enemy of Eris and Kerr. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's the change is that change is painful. Ouch. Wow, I was expecting shady. But that's just flat out supervillain talk. You don't mind me asking. Why? Why are you doing all of
The
this?
mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
Oh? Gran? Family.
A chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince.
This is why
and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
This is why Gran wrote the letter. She knows everything. An answer I can certainly respect.
Gran tousled her hair back under the face mask.
Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rusing suspicion.
Gran gave Eris a curt nod and disappeared into the night.
Okay, so we got our fucking triangle of villains here. But I guess we don't know if Gran's a villain. She's just the enemy of Eris and Kerr. And with that, we have completed another cycle where we're starting at chapter 5 again next episode. Thank you so much for watching if you made it to this point. Yes, I know we're kind of in a circle, but at least we're getting different content. Next episode, hopefully we'll finally get through chapter 5 and 6 again with different options, and hopefully we'll be able to get through this game some more. I guess I took the wrong path this episode, and it kind of just ended up being a little bit filler. But we got a really heartfelt scene with Iggy, so I don't think it's all bad in that case. Like the video and subscribe if you like more Beacon Pines videos, and I'll see you in the next one.